Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw. Today I'm reviewing the 5th studio album from Iron Maiden entitled Powerslave. Let's just forget about this intro. Let's just start talking about Powerslave. So first things first, 7/8 of this album was brand new material to me. You heard that correct. 7/8 of this album was completely brand new music to me from Iron Maiden. The only song that I heard from this album before you guys picked this discography for me to review was 2 Minutes to Midnight. So everything else was brand new to me, and it was just like, what's gonna happen? And let me say, this is probably the biggest shock out of the first 5 albums that I've reviewed in this discography from Iron Maiden, in a very positive way. Let's, be clear. Because the first couple albums, especially Iron Maiden and Killers, there was a lot of material I did not know, but I still enjoyed the album overall. Number of the Beast, I already knew that. The first album, which I kind of skipped right there, was, obviously, I knew some of the material. Peace of Mind, the same thing as well. I only knew one song before I went into that album, and on this album, only one song. But Powerslave was different in a lot of ways compared to Killers and Peace of Mind, because I like Killers for what it is, I like Peace of Mind for what it is, but Powerslave, I'm hitting myself in the head going, how in the hell did I not know about this album? How in the world did I not know about Powerslave? Apparently I was blind against Iron Maiden, and I just didn't look into basically a lot of their albums, because I looked into the Final Frontier, the Number of the Beast, a couple songs from here and here, this album, but never went into any more albums fully than a couple of them. So the Powerslave is definitely the biggest shocker. And listening to this album and looking at Peace of Mind and the Number of the Beast, with the Number of the Beast, where it's the true masterpiece, one of the best albums from them, or people say it's their best album. And then look at Peace of Mind right after Number of the Beast, and then you look at Powerslave. In my personal opinion, Powerslave is miles ahead of Peace of Mind. And I'm not saying it's better than Number of the Beast, but some of the songs on Powerslave is definitely very aggressive in the aspect of the Number of the Beast. And they're very big and monstrous, and they're fast-paced, aggressive, all those things you could say. It's just, Powerslave just has that same type of feel that the Number of the Beast did for me, at least, because I think that, in my personal opinion, on Powerslave, they captured something very similar they did a couple albums before on the Number of the Beast, in the same light of getting a mixture of a lot of different things that we want from an Iron Maiden record, and it really comes together, and it all comes together correctly, and nothing's kind of off, or in a sense, because Peace of Mind, I enjoyed it, but this is a huge step in the right direction a year later, in a sense, because Powerslave is just a monstrous record. Rime of the Ancient Mariner, over 13 minutes, almost 14 minutes long in length, closing this album, and it starts off heavy and epic, and it has this really peaceful and beautiful slow section. There's a lot of great guitar work and drum work and bass work and vocal performance and vocal work from Bruce Dickinson on that 13-minute epic track. A lot of progressiveness in that track. There's a lot of just great moments, but that song alone shows the mindset of the band when they went in to make Powerslave, because 13-minute plus track from Iron Maiden at this point in their career, it's insane. It's basically, they're doubling essentially most of their 6-7 minute tracks, doubling that and adding a lot more to it. That's insane. It just is. Like, it just blew my mind that this track was on here. Aces High, the intro alone, the opening of the album, the intro to Aces High alone set me up for what I was going to be expecting, because hearing the intro alone to Aces High, the opening track, I knew that was in for something great, because the guitar work, the bass work from Steve Harris, the drums from Nicko McBrain, just all pieced together. It's simplistic in a way, but it's very epic, and it's setting you up for when the entire band slams you and hits you and progresses on into the next section, and it just hits you really hard, and that riff is just monstrous. And then Bruce Dickinson comes in, and Aces High just sets you up for a glorious and a fantastic record from Iron Maiden. 2 Minutes to Midnight, of course, is the second track. Let's go through some of the track listing, because we're already talking about it, but Aces High is definitely a very powerful and a epic opener for this album, because it really does pull you in with that intro. I'm probably going to screw this up. Track number 3, Losfer Words, Big Orra. I probably butchered that, and if I did, shoot me in the head now. But that was a great instrumental, and it's the first time they brought an instrumental since Killers. So that was really cool that they brought back an instrumental, and it's a pretty interesting instrumental. Not a lot going on within it, but there are some good sections, and I enjoy what they did with that track. But clocking in a little bit over 4 minutes in length. Flash of the Blade and the Duellists, track number 4 and 5. Both those tracks are very, very good. Back in the Village. That was a pretty interesting track. I like that name, Back in the Village. It's just kind of an interesting track name, and I enjoyed it for what it was. Powerslave, I'm just naming all of them at this point, but the title track, Powerslave, I like what they did with that. There's a lot of great melodies within that track, Powerslave. It was very unique to listen to compared to the rest of the album. There's just some of the melodies they did within that track, guitar-wise, that I enjoyed very well, and Bruce Dickinson did a great and a mighty performance with that song. But Rime of the Ancient Mariner is the big one, the big epic one. It's the one that I've always went back to and listened to because it had so much within it. You know, I can talk forever. I could basically, this review could just be around that one song, Rime of the Ancient Mariner, but it won't be. But that song is definitely, it's probably my favorite track off the album because it has so much to offer, and it just keeps going. And not one moment in the track that I go, I'm bored of this. Can we just skip to the end of the album? Can we skip to the end of the track so we get done with this thing? I never had that thought, even when I heard the song multiple times getting ready for this review. I enjoyed the lyrical content that's on this album. The lyrical content has a lot of different bases, a lot of course, ancient Egypt influence. Of course, the artwork, the cover artwork for this album is very ancient Egypt, driven, and it's pretty cool. I mean, hearing about ancient Egyptian stuff and hearing all these different influences and basically Iron Maiden taking a hold of that helm, that's a pretty cool and interesting thing they did, and I like their twist on it. Let's go to the actual personnel themselves, talk about their contribution to this, what they did on the album, how they do. I mean, what do you expect at this point, since this, 6 minutes in, almost 7 minutes, and I've been getting everything positive. You expecting negative? No. Bruce Dickinson, what can you say? He did another fantastic job on this album. His vocal performance is once again superb. He is doing a lot of great vocal work on here. His lyrical content that he is singing to you and he's screaming at you is epic, and he's doing a fantastic job. I don't know what else you'd expect from Bruce Dickinson. He's giving it his all, and it really does show. And I like the production's a little bit higher in his vocal quality, so we can hear those notes a little bit better, and his voice is definitely coming across more throughout these tracks. Dave Murray and Adrian Smith on guitars. These guys never failed to amaze me, or the guitar players in general never failed to amaze me so far within the first 5 albums, because these guys alone, Dave Murray and Adrian Smith, sorry guys, they just have a great chemistry, and they really know how to play well together, and they know how to write great melodies and solos and go off of each other and all that stuff. And the rhythm playing is phenomenal. I mean, I enjoyed their sound. They sound like Iron Maiden. The guitar work is just great, and the guitar sound is great. I mean, what else you can say? It's all it is positive. They're just doing so good. The solos I really enjoyed on this album once again, from Peace of Mind, of course, all the albums, the solos are fantastic, but the solos, once again, are definitely something that I really noticed and I enjoyed. But the rhythm sections are also great as well. But these guys, the chemistry is what's really holding them together, and what's really, I think, pushing these songs to take that extra step and be something a little bit more. So, good job, guys. Steve Harris on bass guitar. The intro to Ace is High should tell you automatically the bass guitar is going to be extremely loud, and it's going to be angry and in your face. It's going to be shreddy in some cases. I mean, Steve Harris knows how to play the bass, and he knows what to do in these sections. He knows how to play this. He's not going to play a simplistic thing here. He's going to give it his all, and he's going to just keep pushing and pushing the limits on what he can do within the bass and helping these songs along and keeping everybody together. He knows how to do that, and he knows how to, do his own style and kind of show off in a sense, in a good way, not to where, I'm better than everybody else. He's doing it to basically give something else to the song than just a simplistic bass line. He's adding more to it to get you guys more excited, and I love him for that. So I like it. I love the fact that he does that. So, and his bass, the sound of the bass is just incredible. It's heavy, and it's a mighty bass sound. And the sound does fit along with the guitars and all that, so that's a good thing. Nicko McBrain, his second appearance on Iron Maiden, his second album in, and I feel like that he's getting a little bit more comfortable. On Peace of Mind, it was obvious that he was comfortable and all that stuff, but it feels like he's more comfortable in his zone, and his style is definitely getting more intense in some cases. Obviously, there's some sections on this album that he could have came into the studio, sat down on a drum kit, and just went simplistic pattern, just, keeping beat, and that's it, cymbal every once in a while, obviously. But what he's doing is, when those sections do come up, he could take that easy route. But if he does take that route, he's going to add a little bit more to it to make it more exciting and to make it feel more alive in some cases. So obviously this guy knows what he's doing behind the kit, and he doesn't just stick to the couple of the cymbals and a couple of the actual drum kit itself. He's actually going all over the place and doing whatever he can to add more to these songs. I mean, there's some sections where I'm expecting him to do this, and he does this, and then it's like, okay, well, if he did this, he's going to do this over here. Nope, he does something different. The fact is, you don't know what this guy's going to do next until you listen to the albums multiple times. Then you'll start to figure out exactly what he's doing. But he's just doing what he does best, and that is play the drums and play them pretty damn well. So overall, the guys sound amazing, and they all did a fantastic job on this album. So in conclusion with Powerslave, that's that Peace of Mind. Powerslave, in conclusion with Powerslave, this is a monstrous album. It's a big album, and compared to the previous effort, which was Peace of Mind, this album, in my personal opinion, I'll say again, is miles ahead of Peace of Mind. Powerslave just has everything that I wanted from the follow-up after Number of the Beast, and they did deliver in some cases, but Powerslave gives me what I was expecting. So what's the rating for this album? It's probably one of the easiest 10 out of 10s I can give out this year. It definitely deserves that. It definitely deserves that rating, and I am going to be picking up this album as soon as possible because it has just... It for some reason it's just been hiding from me for this long. So I'm gonna go and go listen to some more Iron Maiden and get ready for the next one. So that is Powerslave, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Once again, 10 out of 10. Thank you guys again for watching the reviews. What do you think about this album? Let me know in the comment section below. What's your favorite song from this album? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, like the video. If you want to see my stuff or more of me, click my name or subscribe to see more. Thank you guys for watching. See ya.